My name is Dan. My IGN is Polar. I'm a member of the Rocket League team.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to settle in here, right now. Game number 3 in Harrisburg. Already on the board.
Rel will fight next to Kane. Shot, potential, the fake off the post. Bowler will clean it up again. His second of the game, number 3, and 2-0 lead for Harrisburg. Angel beats you by next here. Thought he had a little bit more time. Now beats you it. The pass is good. The hat trick in the first couple of minutes for Bowler. They're up 3-0.
Well, first I was doing a semester at another college, doing the exact same thing I'm doing here, playing Rocket League, studying. And I got a message from one of the Rocket League players about potential to come over here to Harrisburg and play. So I took that opportunity. I'm from the UK. Very different to American Rocket League. Obviously, I competed professionally in EU for quite a few years, and I'd say I would say it's harder than it is here in America. The players are harder to play against. The teams are more cohesive. They work way more as a team. So I'd find that that's a lot harder to compete with compared to people who want to play on their own all the time. I think the thrill of competing is more fun here. But I think the way that everyone played made it more fun to play against in the EU. So it's a little bit of both. I would say with the environment that's set up here at Harrisburg, it's pretty similar. I think having that professional feel for collegiate Rocket League also helps with outside of collegiate Rocket League. So I'd say it's a pretty similar environment. Well, I would probably say that coming to college and playing Rocket League while still being able to study for a degree is kind of a big leap in someone's life. Instead of just not going to school, you actually get to play the game that you want to play along with getting a degree at the same time. So you're kind of working both ways, right? You can get a full-time job whilst you're still competing. So I think that's probably what I would say to someone. I'm studying management, entrepreneurship, and business administration. I'd like to get into project management. That's my goal for post-graduation. I'd say they're two separate worlds. But there are definitely things that I've taken from my classes and applied it to my teams, whether that be collegiate or outside. So I think they are separate, but there are certain things that do intertwine, especially if it's related to your mentality, the way you approach things. Yeah, it's quite the difference. The college I came from wasn't really big whatsoever. They didn't really have much focus into esports. And then coming here, the support, the facilities, everything is levels above what I expected, to be honest with you. It's important because otherwise you aren't going to feel supported. And when you don't feel supported, there are other parts of your life that lag. So if I come here to play Rocket League and there's absolutely no support for me, I'm not going to have any desire to play the game. Right? When there's no desire to play the game, I'm going to be less motivated. If I'm less motivated, maybe that affects my schoolwork, my sleep, just my everyday life. So I think having a structure really helps you keep a routine, and it helps you kind of stay motivated. I think we fit in pretty well. I get along with both of them really well. Obviously, I already knew one of the players before I came here, and I think the way we're trying to play is very much how I would like to play. So I'd say overall it's pretty positive. I want to win as a team, not win as individuals. It's essentially the play style of EU. Play together, win together, positive environment. That's kind of what I look for in teams. I would say this semester I want to just maintain my academic standing. I was out of school for a very long time before last semester, 4 to 5 years since I'd been to school. So I had a 4.0 last semester. I'm doing math this semester, so I don't know if I'll keep that. But I want to at least maintain something like that, good academic standing. Everything's very different. I call them crisps, you guys call them chips. They're not good here. They're not. Compared to back home, the ones back home are elite. Over here, they're just boring. They're not that good. It's just the variety you have isn't. It's just not good. It's just not good. The flavoring isn't as flavorful as it is back home. That's what I'd say. I mean, just overall the college system. Over here, going to college makes you feel especially joining a esports program, or I know that athletics is really popular here too. I'd say that whole focus makes you feel more comfortable in a place of like where you have to do academics. I think that's like, you feel supported, you feel motivated, you feel like an adult, you feel like you want to continue going to school. Whereas a lot of people I knew back home, they didn't. They just wanted to lay in bed all day and do nothing instead of go to uni.
And as we should be, the closest these two teams have been so far. It would be a shame for Harrisburg to really take this with a 3-0. Mary's